K2EFG in my hat. I'm in Bergen County Park. Time now is 7 p.m. on a summer day. We just had the solstice, so I expect some sunlight for at least another hour and a half. I'm going to try to work 17 and 20 meters using EndFed Antenna on a horizontal configuration. Here's my nice shirt. You can see what it says, and we'll see what happens. You can see we are a ridge here. All around me there's basically no hills, just a little bit of a ridge, and we will try to see what we can do on 20 meters and 18 meters. All right, 10 minutes later, here's the rig. I have here a pole, a regular pole, about, I don't know, 5 feet above ground. Here's the cable. You see it going all the way connected to a tree. Here's the rig here. A body pole A123 antenna connected to an 857. I had to put the tuner on the ground, but hey, at least it's grounded. Plus it has a grounding cable which is stuck to the ground, and that's the setup. Let's see how well we'll do. It's important to give visual cues. This cone here, it's portable, collapsible cone. A very good idea to indicate to people, don't cross here. I find that it's more effective than a caution sign or even a yellow tape or anything like this. I find that orange cones tend to give people the right signal. Something to keep in mind next time you are working. One thing I want to show here is grounding. As you can see, I put the grounding rod not only on the ground but stuck it in the ground. I found that is very important when dealing with a manually tuned antenna. You got to discharge those excess electrons and give them to the ground. So keep that in mind when you're working with a manual tuner. Okay, I'm tuning the antenna manually, putting in the middle of the range, setting it up to FM. You can see it here, it says FM. I'm currently at 100 watts. Let's take a look at the, yeah, here we go. SWR is very good. It's already done. So we are ready to broadcast. Let's switch it back to upper sideband. And let's see what we can do.
55, I am on the antenna facing, you are 59 here. This antenna is facing you.
All right, so the good news is that I got some contacts even with the minimal installation. That tells me that this location is a good location. And also good news is I got only a few contacts with this installation. It's a very low installation. It's maybe about 4 feet, 5 feet above ground, so I'm not getting much. I try to look at 17 meters and I got very little. There's a couple of contests going on here for the 4th of July weekend, so I'm going to have to acquiesce to the fact that I am a low power and I cannot go through. Plus, as you can see here, my setup is very minimal, only a few feet above the ground, and although the beautiful view, really beautiful view of the park, I have to deal with the fact that I'm really just a few feet above the ground. Here's a tree that is a secondary connection here. I'm working on 100 watts, so that gives me only that much. I'm going to try to extend the antenna high a little bit and see if I can do anything better. I did speak to VE and I did speak to Papa Sierra 31, which gives me Canada and gives me Germany. But the local stations, I'm having a hard time, perhaps because I'm not the highest broadcasting station. So we'll try again, we'll try to change location and work with that. Minimally set up, but very successful location, K2EFG. All right, the sun is setting. This has not been the worst. I started with pretty dismal results. Raised the antenna by about half a foot. That's all I have there on the tripod. And what I'm seeing is a little bit of luck with the conditions, a little bit of luck with antenna, and it's also time of the day and the band improving. All three gave me a combination that could really help with the QSOs. I got exactly 5, but they vary from Canada to Missouri. And I'm also going to bring another antenna here, probably something with a higher mast, and I look forward to making the connections also DX. Well, I did the DX tonight, so I think that the location is important. I spoke to one guy who worked out of I think Missouri, and has 70 watts or 65 watts with a 7-element Yagi, and I could hear him 5 and 9 on his back beam. So when he turned the beam around, he was just booming. So that's all it for you now. This is K2EFG signing off and saying 7-3. The other trick in working portable is to leave it exactly as you found it. 2.5 hours later, you wouldn't know I was here.